Last week, AI sent me to fight my first boss, Obor. It did not go well. The combination of weak gear and low-level food with no overhead prayers led Obor to beating the crap out of me not once, but twice. But this week, things have changed. With a better gear setup and some overhead prayers to help, AI is sending me back to Obor, so join me this week as I get my revenge. This is Gemini Lock. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Gemini Lock. We are back in the Edgeville Dungeon for a second week in a row, this time with the goal of getting 40 prayer. So the tasks for the week are on the right-hand side of the screen. As we can see, the green D-hide chaps and van braces have been bought, so we can check that off the list right away. And now we're moving on to 40 prayer. We also need to get 55 cooking, some sailing levels, and then the 10 Obor kills. So this is going to be a busy week, and we're just going to stay down in these Edgeville dungeons and get some bones for now. Let's see how it goes. And there's our first giant key of this little grind. We obviously already had one, but the more we get, the more loot we can get from the Obor chest, which includes rune items, which would be huge for the account. So hopefully we get a lot more Giants keys and a lot more ranged levels on this little grind. And just like that, there's 41 ranged. Hopefully many more ranged levels to come. 42 ranged and 43 ranged coming in. And there is 45 ranged, probably our last level of this little grind, and 39 combat. So not terrible. Next clip that you see should be us at the bank going over our big bone stack. And we got our 165 bones, went a little bit over the 140. I don't think that's going to be enough to get 40 prayer, and if we die in the wilderness, we'll have a couple extra. So we're going to see how we do with 165, but I'm kind of anticipating having to go back and kill some more giants. But we'll see. We'll do some runs, sacrifice some bones, and go from there. Alright, so the strategy here is to run from Ferox Enclave all the way over to the Chaos Altar and then run back. This will be able to recharge our runtime, but it is a little bit of a run for us. You can see the Chaos Altar is in the top left corner of the map there. So we do have a bit of a run, but I think this is the most efficient way to do this. So I'm not going to record too many clips of sacrificing the bones, not the most exciting stuff in the world, but you can see the levels are absolutely flying in right now. I mean, I've just about gained 2 levels. There's 2 levels just in this one clip. So this is definitely the right call from AI. Hopefully I don't get a lot of deaths. Hopefully I can get this done pretty quickly, but I know the XP is going to slow down a little bit. But we're definitely getting the levels. And next stop is 40 prayer. Overhead prayers, here we come. One added bonus of this little run from Ferox Enclave and back is we're going to stop at the bandit camp here and get some tomatoes and cheese for our pizza grind. And we just about almost died. Got a couple tomatoes and cheeses, but hopefully the next run goes a little bit better in this department. We're going to probably get around 80 or so pizzas. That's the goal. And we just had our first death on the little wilderness grind. Obviously to be expected. I didn't lose any bones, thankfully. So let's get back to Ferox Enclave and get back to it. And we just ran out of bones And as expected, we did not reach our level goal. As you can see, 35 prayer, so well short. AI kind of really messed this one up, but it's not a big deal. So we are going to head back to the Edgeville Dungeon and get some more bones and hopefully some more Giant's Keys as well. And on top of that, some more ranged experience too, which will hopefully make the Obor kills a little bit easier when we finally get to them. But for now, back to Edgeville. 47 ranged. And here we are coming up to another prayer level. That's going to be 43 combat and 36 prayer. So we're getting right along, only 4 levels to go. 39 prayer, 1 level to go. And here are the last of our bones from our second trip to Edgeville. And unless I get really, really lucky, we're gonna have to go back for more. So yeah, we're going back for more bones. I'll see you in a bit. 48 ranged. And here we are coming up on the big moment of 40 prayer. There it is. And I think we get a combat level as well. Yep, there it is. 44 combat as well. And now we have our overhead prayers, protect from missiles and protect from magic. Fantastic. I'd like to get 43, but it's not in the cards this week. So let's finish up this inventory. And we are back in Al-Kharid now, fishing up some anchovies, because even though the goal is 55 cooking, it is obviously ultimately the goal to have anchovy pizzas, according to AI, for this Obor fight. So in order to have anchovy pizzas, we're going to get some anchovies. I think we're going to get around 70 or so, and then we'll go fish some trout and salmon, and then eventually lobsters to wind this goal down. So we'll just be here for a little bit, and then we're transitioning over to some regular fishing and some actual XP. Alright, so we're here fishing and cooking up some shrimp or some trout and salmon. I think I am going to ask AI if there are any quests that I can do to speed this grind up though. And we got some quests that we're going to do. So we're going to do the Cook's Assistant and Gertrude's Cat. And this is me finishing up Cook's Assistant. So now we just have one more quest. Well, leave it to me to miss a clip at least once a week. We missed finishing Gertrude's Cat, but as you can see from our cute little kitten down there, we finished it up. And now we are farming some lobsters up. We're going to be here for the bulk of our grind. It's going to take a little while, but on the bright side, we have a halfway decent food that we're probably going to have close to 1,000 of when it's all said and done. So we'll be stuck here. I'll update you with some levels as we go. And here's 45 cooking. And here we are coming up on 50 cooking. And we also got 50 fishing out of the deal so far. So not a bad grind. We are finally finishing up 55 cooking. It took a lot longer than I expected, but there's the level. We finally did it. We have just over 1,000 lobsters when it's all said and done, but now we can cook our anchovy pizza, which is required for our Obor fight. So I'll finish up these lobsters and then get these pizzas assembled. Alright, we are back in the wilderness buying some pizza dough from Fat Tony's Pizza. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to have to sprint out of the bandit camp, probably take some damage, and run back to Ferox Enclave. So we spent a lot of time in the wildy this episode. Definitely the most that we have so far. I don't think we've been in the wildy yet. So we have this short sprint back, and this is our last trip for pizza. So we're going to update the bank real quick when we get back. I think we have, it's going to be 70 pizzas. So it's not enough for 10 Obor kills, but it'll at least get us one, which is a good start. So yeah, there's our pizza dough all done. And now we can assemble our pizza with the cheese and the tomatoes, or it actually goes tomato and then cheese. And then we'll cook the pizzas and then add the anchovies after. So I'll check in when I have all the pizzas made. All right, we are all set. We have our pizzas, we have our giant key. We're ready to go. The gear obviously better than last week. With a quick peek at the stats there, you can see obviously a lot better than what we were rocking with last week. So I'm feeling a lot more confident about this kill, but I don't think we should waste any more time. This is taking long enough. Let's get down into the lair and see how this goes. Well, it got a little dicey there, but let's see what we get in our first Obor chest. And all right, a rune longsword, a huge upgrade for the account. Let's go. That's Obor spawned. Let's get out of here before he kills me. Wow, good first kill. That's awesome. So big upgrade. Definitely got a little dicey. You can see that I'm absolutely terrible at this game, and I definitely need to learn how to play a little bit, but we got our rune longsword. So I'm really happy about that. But I think that's going to be it. We're only going to get one Obor kill done this week, and we are going to just move on to the next task, and maybe we get sent for more. Who knows? But this is all we have time for this week, so we're going to call it here. Well, like I said in the last clip, we do not have time to finish our last two tasks, which is okay. So we have 9 Obor kills left and 20 sailing, which is going to be added to our backlog. Both of them are going to be added to our backlog. So at any point, AI can tell us to do the tasks again. So when we ask AI for next week's tasks, and if it says go back and finish your Obor kills, that's on the table. But also, if we finish our tasks early for a week, we can always go back and get those 9 Obor kills or that 20 sailing. So either way, we have some flexibility, but this just allows the account to progress in a more even way, where, I mean, I've already talked about my time constraints and stuff like that with a newborn. So there's some weeks that I won't be able to play that much. So this is just going to allow the account to continue to grow and have this weekly reset where we don't necessarily have to get everything done before moving on. We can kind of just move on if we don't get done. So let's wrap things up. Let's finish with our tasks for next week. We are all set with our tasks for the next episode. As you can see on the right hand side of the screen, 33 magic, killing ogresses until we get the rune medhelm, 40 attack, the dig site quest, 20 sailing, and the bone voyage quest. So despite an unsuccessful end to the episode and not completing everything, we forge on next week, and I hope to see you then. Bye.